No, I'm just quickly killing Snowgrave for the next video that I'm putting out. Wait, that's not supposed to happen there. Wait, no, 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 don't die, don't die. Whoa, how did do? No, 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 no! Don't let Tzun see this. Oh, God. Ugh. Hello, my fellow hammers. This is Nupil, and yet again, I'm sitting here together with our amazing DPS reviewer, Tzunshun. So, hello, my guy.
What up, my brother?
I hope you've been having a good week so far.
You know what? I'm pretty happy with how state of the game is, but I'm enjoying my Chronomancer. And before everybody just freaks out, the review is not ready yet. I will making it soon. We will talk about it in a bit, but for now, welcome everybody.
Yeah, welcome everybody. So Tzun has a raid for MC coming up here in about half an hour or so. So we are kind of rushing through this part of the news, and then perhaps we'll see in the midsection of Hammer Time if we actually get a surprise guest in to talk with. So, but to start out, we've had a big raffle. So let me just cue the video. Alright, so here we have the Wheel of Names, and as you know, this is the huge giveaway for us reaching 1,000 subscribers, so thank you everyone. Yeah, so we have 3 lucky winners of 1 hour of experience each, so if you're ready soon, let's spin the wheel.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. 3 giveaways is fucking insane.
I know, right? So let's check and see here, the first one. And oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my
Backroom
God,
Tzun.
poor guy.
So congratulations, my guy. We will reply to your comment, and you can just from that comment tell us what character you want us to mail the Hour of Experience.
I hope he's not stuck in the back rooms though. Then we're probably not gonna find him. Poor guy.
That's true. And now he's removed. So the next target, if you're ready soon.
Let's go. Let's go shoot him down with some
maybe it's
nice
gonna be tobbler now.
Experience.
If I was tobbler watching this right now, I'd be very mad.
Oh come on, Freedom is back. No, it's Cat. Is Catten 1H?
I think it's a Dane. Yeah. So
it could
Catten
be a Dane.
1H. Congratulations. You are now the second winner, and just the same with Backroom, that we will reply to your comments, and you just let us know where to mail that Aura of Experience to. And now we finally get into the last one. If you're ready soon. So far, both Freedom of Speech and who was the other guy?
I think it's a Toddler or something like that.
Yeah, Toddler 3208. Yeah. I mean, I feel very bad for you two guys, but you know, third time's the charm, so you might actually win now. Let's try and see.
Who's gonna win? It is.
Oh!
Oh my God! It's Nospo.
Yeah, and
Nospo.
Nospo, congratulations, and if you can see, this is right in between Tobbler and Freedom of Speech, so I'm really sorry you guys
Freedom
must be feeling very unlucky, you know? You know what, just to make this entertaining, either Tobbler or Freedom of Speech, if you're watching this right now, the first of you to actually comment on this video, I will mail you guys an experience potion.
Oh my God, what a crazy content creator right
so
now.
At least one of you can get away with something, and the other one is just very, very unlucky, and I'm sorry for that. But Nospo, congratulations for you, and as it goes for all the winners, we will reply to your comments, and you let us know where to mail the Hour of Experience to. I'll also put it up here on the screen shortly for you guys to see.
That was a good draw. Not gonna lie.
I know,
3
right?
hours experience, and and with all the changes with new classes and stuff, buffs, and now they can spend that on the thing. And while we're talking about experience and leveling, I'm gonna prestige tomorrow.
Nice.
So I'm gonna start up at level 1. Yeah.
So you could have used the Aura of Experience.
But I have it. I have it.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
but let's go back to the news then.
Congratulations, everybody. I'm happy with the 3 winners, but that you're giving one more to one of those guys was a crazy thing.
I felt bad, and and it was kind of a thing in the moment. I was like, okay, let's make this an even bigger competition, so at least one gets something, and the other is just, the only child that doesn't get picked for football in school. But it's I'm sorry to the loser. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. So. For Ascension news and updates in the past week, there hasn't really been too much bigger news. First off, with the timeline that we have currently, and I'll remind you guys, we are recording this on Friday and it comes out on Saturday, so the timeline may have been updated once this comes out. But so far, there hasn't been any new additions to the timeline. So this past week, and also coming to today or tonight, we have heroic world bosses that are just released continuously, and you are able to go and I don't even know if you've actually already done those soon.
I got the heroic version of the staff from Kazakh. Yes.
Oh, you did, on the Chronomancer.
Yep, I did.
Congratulations. And the heroic bosses, I tried parking just 2 of them, but they don't really feel that much more different to the normal version, or was it just me?
I feel like it feels the same, man.
Yeah,
Maybe
it has a bit more HP and stuff, but free loot is
There's
free
no
loot,
mechanic.
So we like it, right?
Yeah, I like. You know what? I feel like personally that when you do something heroic, there should be at least some new mechanics. Is it just me?
Yeah, well, at least make it more difficult, or that you actually have to care about the mechanics, because we know that on a lot of the world bosses, they have a mechanic, but you don't really need to know much about it. It's just like, well, this exists, but if you don't care about it, it doesn't matter, and that's
it's just like,
that's a sad thing.
Yeah, I personally like but like I don't want it to be like retail. I mean, nobody wants it like retail. That you need like 14 add-ons and everything to be able to do the damn thing. I don't want that, but it's just something to just so I don't fall asleep, because a lot of the things, a lot of things is just so boring. It's just the same over.
It is the thing just generally with classic, but I mean. It's Ascension is kind of in between retail and classic. If we were talking about Third WoW, for example, you wouldn't have bosses with many mechanics. However, you wouldn't be able to ignore any of them, or you would die. So it is kind of interesting how it is in Ascension.
I feel like there should be mechanics where you just cannot ignore that mechanic, because it doesn't have to be extremely hard. It just be like, you got this mechanic, you have to do this mechanic now. You don't have to just skip it. If you start skipping it, it's just getting boring, right? It's the same.
I mean, you're kind of right.
But it is up to developers.
And you guys, you're able to collect your free loot. You can do your world boss tours. They are up almost all the time, especially when the logouts actually stop. You just have people going ham with it. So it's easy to find a group. It's easy to get summoned. So go and do that if you haven't already.
Well, before we continue with that, the thing that, you can do them, but every single one of them is always somebody that has hard reserve something, and I just hate it.
I mean,
I hate hard reserving.
I hate it too, but it's kind of the name of the game is when people... I can kind of understand a bit that the person who takes the time out of the calendar just to create a POC and lead it, and it does take a lot of time. I mean, I'm always too lazy. I know you're too lazy to do that. So I can kind of understand that they want something out of it, but you're correct in that when we're dealing with hard reserves, it just feels terrible. It would be like, can't we just pay the man 10 gold each instead? And that would be, we still have equal chance to get loot. That would be more fair in my opinion. But it just is.
I hate it, because I feel like, bro, the whole point of the game is getting gear. You just being like, you know what? I'm just so unlucky that I don't want to roll and hard reserve. Then you can just not join it. I understand that. Like, let's say you reserve the staff or whatever, or you should reserve the weapon. I never liked that. I never did that a single time in all my every all my raids. I feel scummy. It feels scummy to do.
It does, but it's just a different world now than it was 20 years ago. People don't really care. It's much more selfish. So it just is how it is, and I've been joining those groups either way, but like with the staff you just mentioned of Kazakh, you have people that HR that thing, for example, all the time. So yeah, it is annoying, but yeah, it is what it is. Continuing on with the Ascension news, we have the past week we've seen a lot of rebalances for Molten core, not only nerfs but also some attunements and some buffs to some of the bosses, so it's a more balanced experience, especially when you have 21 new classes. And I know soon you will realize that soon in 30 minutes from now on. And
shit.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna be a difficult endeavor for you guys, but there are some changes, and some of them are kind of interesting. But you are able to check that in the changelog. And speaking of that, they have also been very busy with coming out with the new class fixes and abilities to journey all the time. I will cover the healer changes tomorrow, along with the current Mythic Plus rankings, so that will come forward.
Can I just quickly speak about what I said last week and this week?
Yeah, sure, go.
Firstly, coldest corruption is good now. Everybody, big, like maybe what I call it, new people can make it like a big alarm right now, like with loud voices or whatever, because coldest corruption is good, is crazy good in Mythic. It does amazing damage. You only have to press 2 damn buttons. It's stupidly broken. The single target is not that.
Corruption review when?
That is not gonna happen for a while. But the single target damage is still because there's 2 specs: Wrath of the Empire, long time pew pew spell, or you can keep spamming shock spells. But for now, if you want to play corruption, is a good time right now. Second, Shadowhunter got buffed with 18% more damage on monsters, so straight up 18% more buff. Spirit Eclipse. Everybody been asking about it in my review. That thing is good now. It can be used in Mythic Plus. You just have to change 2 talents. But I will make an update video. It will not last like more than 3 to 4 minutes max. I will just one shot the video and tell you about what kind of specs you can, what kind of talent you need to change. You do that because Shadowhunter is getting love. Trust. Like if you're Shadowhunter main, just trust the process. You will get strong. Probably not as strong as before because that was broken, but you can still be high in the meters.
Okay, so it's kind of fun that you kind of left these 2 classes behind and was like, I'm going to be playing the Chronomancer now, and I almost kind of expected you to tell me that Chrono has just been nerfed by 50% because it would just be golden and just in
you know what the fun thing is that we did get nerfed a bit, just a bit, but it's not enough. It's just not enough nerfs because the problem with with the Chronomancer Infinite, we are doing some nasty damage, and the thing is that if you try to nerf corruption, if you start to nerf Infinite, it will be worse than nerfing the Shadowhunter, because we literally have to rely on fast cast speed and huge damage crits, and without those, and if you just nerf the damage slightly a bit, or the numbers, it just destroys the class.
Okay.
But the review will come soon. I will explain everything later.
I'm looking forward to it, and I hope the viewers are looking forward to that as well. Another, like, we're not gonna be covering every different class and their changes and everything. There's just too many, and we don't have it would be nice to say that we are the lore masters of Ascension, but we just aren't. So there are still a lot of classes that we don't really have any knowledge on, and so it wouldn't make any sense. But you are able to yourself go and check the changelog in the Ascension launcher. Go to the changelog on their Discord server. One big change they have also added throughout the week is that tank threat across all the 12 tanks has been increased, and we're talking like between 50% to 100% increase in threat generation. So that's really huge. Do you know why they've changed the threat soon?
And like this is because we do too much damage.
Exactly.
Like I am doing too much damage. I have died so many times in Mythic because I take aggro, and it's every damn beeping time. I have to start beeping because we got monetized, so we cannot say that F word anymore. Sorry about everybody. We cannot curse in this podcast anymore. It's PG-13 friendly now, but it is getting frustrating how many times I just fall down and die. I feel like that tanks should just have infinite aggro. At this point, it's just getting annoying.
It is.
Is it just me?
Yeah, but yes and no, not really. I feel like it is more the job of the tank to try to survive than it is for them to actually keep aggro. And I also feel like since we have so many classes, but it's only a few of them who are able to either drop aggro or manage it in some way. So I think it's a good change that they just made it so that the mobs mainly stick on the tanks. And I mean, it's not an issue when you're leveling up. I mean, even I can say that I keep leveling up. I'm the alcoholic. I have all the healers at level. But at max level, once you start getting decked out, you just start doing so much damage, and so the tanks weren't able to keep up with that.
I feel like a job like there should be some kind of job that the tanks has to do. Like giving tanks like infinite threat would be probably not good for the game, but they have like, what do they have? They have a taunt, they have threat generation, and then they need damage to keep the threat. Yeah. If the damage is too high from your DPS, they cannot keep it. They have one taunt they can use, but it doesn't lower the threat on the target. It just takes some of it. But if I still blast the fucking thing, I cannot. He cannot keep aggro on the mobs. So the threat generation is nice. The biggest problem now is the damage on the tanks. I think that is what they need. They need damage.
Yeah.
It's just me. Like they need.
Are we talking just general damage? Because what I have been seeing from the logs, but I think it also differs a bit from tank to tank, is that the general damage done or damage contribution inside Mythics have been fine. But it's just more the threat generation from some of the abilities. They don't scale as much as some of the other classes or DPS classes do when it comes to getting gear, for example. So, but yeah, it.
If you have looked, maybe there could be a thing, because like I just did a mythic. I just did down. I died 4 times.
Yeah. Some viewers would probably say skill issue, but no. But in fairness, it's not just like in Classic WoW. You don't have. I'm not talking about retail, but in Classic WoW, you have few classes, but almost all the classes have some kind of way to at least minimize how much threat they're doing, or you have the other classes who can kind of minimize threat done from you. And we're talking maybe like if you think Paladin, Hand of Salvation, you have Feint, you have Vanish, Evade, you have so many things, and it's just so many spells are now spread out across 21 new classes, and so you just don't have the same abilities to really manage threat the same way, at least when it comes to Coa classes. So it is just a needed change, and nobody so far I've seen has complained about this change, so it's probably a good thing.
No, it's good, because like this is the second time. Is it the second or third time tanks have gotten threat increase?
I mean, just imagine when next gear comes out, it's we're gonna buff threat generation by 1,000.
I think that at this point it should just give threat generation like 500%. Just forget about it now. Just give them to
Just
them.
have the tank look in the general direction and pull the entire dungeon.
Literally, you just look at them and you just see Ragnarok just leave his fucking pit and just run at you.
And next up, I actually have, if someone knows the reason why, or maybe the devs are keeping it big, we still don't have access, at least in Coa, to the Azzar Faire event.
No.
You
So
used to
weird,
have to
man.
be level 81. Now it's nerfed to 80, and I don't know if we just have to wait weekly and it gets nerfed by level every other week or something like that. But no, it would be nice if we could soon just access that, because it is just a for fun content. And yeah, again, we don't know how long Ascension will last. I know that the lawsuit, they have to do some things with that in September, and so it's not too far off. And it would just be nice to try that content out on a class that we already have access to.
Maybe you should talk with the GMs about it.
I mean, maybe I should, but it's now I'm putting it up here, and then maybe some of my viewers have some insights to what is going on, and or otherwise I have to get active on the Discord and be like, burn Ascension down, we need access to Azzar Faire, I don't know, something like that, right?
Start a riot.
And that's really just all the Ascension news and updates there's really been for this week. It's been a very slow week when it comes to news and things like that. What I will go into now is the Coa Build Hub website from, again, discipline number 7482 on the Project Ascension website. He's posted out that he's made now some updates to the website, and I've covered this website a few times. But now every class talent and skill data has now been resynced. And this was a needed thing, because the Ascension team, at least, are cooking so far with their updates when it comes to classes, and so there are so many new changes to the abilities. There are new abilities, so it was kind of like when you're building a guide as an author, you just found out that the information you were putting in was not corresponding to the information you had within the game, and so it's a good thing that it has been resynced now, and let's just hope that it can remain in sync with the game, because we have all these updates all the time.
But it's gonna update all the time, so it's just gonna the discipline is gonna have a hard time to keep updating.
Yeah, I mean, either he needs to be talking with the Ascension devs, or he has to be a very very busy man, at least for the next following weeks, because they're changing things constantly. Also, for Coa Build Hub, they have a Discord now, so you can contact the dev directly from there if you find any issues. And another very huge change from Coa builds that I found, some people have posted about this and have been confused why some guides were removed. Now, the author has actually chosen to separate builds and guides. So some people just post the builds that they have, but don't support the build with any text whatsoever, and that is then just sorted into being named a build now, and then everything that has written text along with the build is now called a guide. So if some of the builds you were following before have disappeared, you just need to go into the settings and you change back to all builds, and you can find them again. So nothing has been removed unless the original author of that guide has decided that. So it's just something that you need to be aware of when you're searching for new guides on that website.
I feel like it's weird to just post just to be you challenge tree and just don't do anything else. That feels weird. Why would you do that?
It's the lazy way to do it.
It doesn't explain anything.
And I think it might have been changed now, but then I've been looking at other healers, but I did try initially just making that Tinker review also be a guide on the website. And there was a bug. So I had written a lot of stuff in like general rotation play and all those things. I had saved that and everything was looking good, and then I saw that the level 40 ability that Tinkers get, with the rocket, or that gun that they can jump into. I posted about that and I pasted it almost at the top, but there's a bug, so when you post that ability and you click save, it deletes everything below it. and
Oh,
I couldn't
crazy.
I couldn't see why it kept deleting everything that I've done, and then I found out at the end, but it doesn't save any previous versions. So I was missing half my guide, and I'd put I don't know how many hours into it. And I was just like, if this at this point, I will look at it sometime in the future. And so far, I haven't got back to that. So. But yeah, there are still bugs on that website, but he's changing that all the time, so that's a good thing. I believe you do have raid time soon, right? Soon. So
It will be still fine. Like you can still continue if you wish.
yeah, so,
We're still waiting.
so I'm thinking that we just jump straight to what have we been doing the past week, and we talk about those things. So yeah, it's as I mentioned, what have we been doing the past week? So the Blood Mage review came out, both the review and the gameplay thoughts. It was, for me at least, a very difficult character to cover, both because I wanted to queue up and level as a healer, but it's a very specific class that doesn't really enable you to be a healer until you are level 27 at the earliest.
I watched the video, by the way. It sounds a bit more rough, and I also saw that guy that just ran away from you in Silverrack. Like he's just lucky he survived because you were so far away from this guy. He just ran in. He was just lost.
I can
but
tell,
I watched the video.
I can
Yeah,
tell you in Sulfurak, in that dungeon run specifically, especially at the start, I had my heart up in my throat during like the first 50% of the run, just because the tank was going ham with the pulling, and you don't want them to die, and it was just. But we kind of hit it off during the dungeon, and yeah. I found out at the end. I don't think it's in the video, but I asked for permission to use the footage, and he was like, "Wait, I know you, dude. I see your videos." I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, if you want to be in this one, I'll put it in, right?" But it is just. It is a class that's. I read somewhere that during the beta, I didn't get to play it there, but they had more healing abilities, and then they removed that, changed it into a support spec, and then they found out, okay, it still works kind of as a healing class, so let's give it back that ability to queue up, but it's missing some things, and that's what I found when I play the Blood Mage. Is I'm very good at AoE healing, but if the tank doesn't know when to pop shield wall or what the abilities are called, the equivalent to that, then the tank is going to die, and I can't do anything about it, right? So yeah, that's been put out. I have put out my first tips and tricks video. I don't know if you saw that soon.
I saw. Yeah, I did. I did see that. Yeah.
It was just 2 minutes, but it's just all those tips and tricks I've consolidated the past months or so that I've either wanted to share, but I couldn't really find out how to do that. And I didn't want to make a video because then maybe half the tricks are either irrelevant at that point, or it's just there could be a lot of things. So that is a format that would just continue, maybe bi-weekly, just if there are any tips and tricks to add. I will have another video of those coming out on Tuesday with some leveling tricks, including what Tzun has been telling me about how you should level from level 51, but I'm not going to be talking more about this, so you can hear that in the last Hammer Time, or you can see that on Tuesday. And
that is a good way, though.
It's okay. I will not mention directly what it is, but Ascendra from the Iron Hammers tried that, and she was level 59. At the start of level 59, not even 10 minutes into that run, she was level 60, and she was just like, what just happened, right? So that the experience gain, even without the quest, are really insane. So, but yeah, more about that on Tuesday. I have been posting now too. There will be a third one coming on Monday. Just my speedruns, kind of getting my level 1 up to 15 as fast as I can. I've had surprisingly a lot of views on those videos, and yeah, I am still looking for feedback from that. So if you guys can contribute anything to that, it is generally just me doing kind of a let's play on, let's see how fast we can get to 15, so we can queue some dungeons, and it has been fun. But if you guys want to see me continue doing that, please let me know that in the comments. Tzun, what have you been doing the past week, both rating wise and what can we expect for you in the future?
I think the first thing you're probably gonna see from me is a really quick Shadowhunter small like update because people have been asking for it, and there's still a lot of Shadowhunters playing.
Yeah.
Compared to Cultists. So I'm probably gonna first put that out, and after I will finish my Chronomancer review. And hopefully there's no big changes by the time I'm done. And after that, I may. I'm thinking about if I really want to look at the corruption, but it's so boring. Like it's literally more boring than Shadowhunter because you just press 2 spells, and other than that, you don't do anything. You don't have to like chime anything. There's no like big, other than the corruption meter, getting that to 100. There's nothing to do, and I just feel like it's just not that great.
I hear a 2-minute review coming out being like, did you keep on
it
1,
could
2,
not be
3?
more than that. Yeah, it's literally like that. It'd be like, hey everybody, here's corruption review. Press 1, 2, and 3. You're done. Like it's like that, right? Like it's so bad.
Now you get to collect your fat loot and repeat.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like maybe I'm just unlucky, but I feel like the classes that I have picked is just extremely easy.
Yeah.
And some people like it, but some people hate it because I already know that 2 or 3 people left the Shadowhunter because that was like literally holding one button and pressing the cooldown like every 1 minute. So maybe I need to find a class that it has to be like piano gameplay. Piano gameplay. You have to press so many buttons to play it. I want that.
You said this, so on Monday from now, let this be known. I will put out a YouTube post, and I want all of you viewers to pretty much just put the most piano play, what can you say, class and specialization into that, and we'll see if Tzun can actually deliver on his words.
This is what I want. Like it has to be like it's like you are Mozart, right? You're sitting in a big theater, and if you press one button, everything just breaks. This is what we want. We want to see how that gameplay is.
And I actually thought like Infinite Chronomancer was the class aspect where you had to be using several different abilities at different points just to be competitive, and
you press you have to keep some buff up, but everybody can do that. Like you just have to keep like a couple of buffs up, and every 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes, you just have to then the game plays by itself. But I will show you that it is beyond fun, that you don't have to do jack shit, and the game just plays for you. It's literally just those Gamba games, but the Chinese Gamba games, right? Where it has that autoplay function. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, it's the gacha games. Yeah,
the gacha game, the auto, it feels like that.
Oh.
It's like you press the autoplay and it just plays from itself. You do that like once every 15 minutes. Once every 15 minutes. And this is your biggest burst window. So your biggest burst window is where the game plays for you.
Oh. That's not a cool thing, That's that's pretty bad design. Yeah. So Ascension Jeffs, take notes if you haven't already. We need to fix this, so we need some more Mozarts playing this game, and for the burst windows.
Everybody gonna hate me.
It would be nice if burst windows have some kind of incorporated skill into it, right? Not just that you press a button and you close your eyes and you're like, oh, Swifty one-shot macro, and you just you close down your game because you were already
Swifty
one,
will
right?
be proud of us, man. Swifty will be so proud of us.
And what with did you do any of the rating this past week?
I'm right now inside Molten Core. Hey, HC, hey, hero.
Yeah,
I'm
and
literally.
we are gonna be having you record that run as well, so we can put it up. We
Yeah, I
already
can
have
record.
you do
I can record that.
exactly. We already have you
I
doing
also.
Onyxia, so now we have to
Yeah.
see you doing the revamped version of MC.
Is it even revamped? It doesn't feel like it. Maybe it's been so long, so I don't even remember the
No, they
whole
have
classic thing.
actually. I'm not sure if they've added new wings. Like Turtle WoW had new wings with more bosses and things like that. I'm I'm still unsure. I'm sure the viewers can also chime in here, but I don't think they've added new bosses. But I know they have added new boss mechanics to different bosses and how you actually handle them. So it is still a different experience from classic. But I mean, it is still an entry rate, so I can't imagine you guys having too much trouble with clearing it. So, but
Yeah, I think this will be fine. This is just heroic, right? Like, come on, it should not be a problem. Like, if it's like Ascended or Mythic, this is where it becomes really hard. Like Mythic, Ascended is hard. I tried that a bit
yeah,
just to see how hard it was. Those things are hitting like trucks. But when I really can find a good uh like I have my own raid team soon, and when everybody's ready, I will start doing Ascended MC. If you don't make it, it's gonna be Ascended Blackwing layer, because I don't know when that comes up. I forgot.
if we're looking at how it's going right now, it looks like they're looking at the release cadence almost about every second week or so. Um, I don't think they imagine they can have the servers running for maybe more than 1 or 2 months. I think so. It might be that we'll just have to wait and see. It's all
Uh,
guesswork. Maybe it's going to be up forever. We don't know yet. But looking at the release cadence right now, it does look like they're trying to push things out. So we
but
get to see
like
it all.
yeah, but I feel like it feels like you are really certain that the server may go down.
It's just I have already experienced now the shutdowns of some of these servers, and we didn't think that Turtle WoW was able to shut down, and in the end it did. And Ascension has been surviving for a long time, but it also comes down to if the U.S. government can actually either stop the payment flowing, so if they stop the Ascension team for basically being able to receive money through Mastercard, Visa, and all those things, or they get to arrest some of the developers and throw the key away. I think that's going to be at the end of the Ascension, and they will close down the server. But I don't think Conquest of Azeroth or Classless will die for that matter. You can already see now Turtle WoW has what 3 or 4 different versions of it now. So you chop the head off on a Hydra, and 3 more heads are gonna reappear. Um, but I think it is, unfortunately, my hope is that it's not going to happen. But I kind of have a feeling that we will be seeing maybe that the game as it is right now will be shut down come September. But it remains to be seen. And what I do and what I advise everyone else is just act like
Enjoy yourself.
enjoy it, play it like it is a seasonal server, just like if you would do a Diablo or Path of Exile season. Go in, go ham, enjoy everything that you can, and it might be something that you can continuously play. It might also just be something that is ending tomorrow, but at least you get to keep the memories. So yeah, that would at least be my advice.
Lose your
Come back.
character though. It's like hardcore. Just it's like literally hardcore.
Yeah, I mean it
Hardcore on a
is right,
timer.
but I mean you can also you also see right now how fast you get your character up to max level, right? So
Yeah.
it's a loss of time, and it is also a loss of gear maybe, but memories are forever. Quoted by a good Asian monk that I once knew, or I don't know, but right? Um, but you have raid coming up now, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm waiting. I have to join Discord. They're literally telling me if I don't go there, I'm gonna get loot banned.
And
So
we don't want you to be loot man. We want you to be OP, so we're ready for the next review. But
yeah.
at least thank you for attending here soon. It was nice to have you chime in on some of the news and what you have been doing the past week.
Always, my friend.
And we'll be looking forward to the updates on the DPS classes and the next DPS review.
It's gonna be soon. Trust me, guys.
We're looking forward to that at least, man. But may the great loot gods be with you, and take care, my friend.
See you guys. See you, my friend.
And now, without Tzun here, because he's busy with the Molten core, I'm just going to finish up here with saying with what's coming up in the next week and in the future, kinda. So tomorrow the idea is that I will be releasing the Mythic Plus rankings, where we kind of go through how they are standing currently. And also mention the healer changes that has been coming out this past week, so we can kind of see the past weeks now with the new healer changes, and we can compare it to maybe some rankings in a week or two. I'm also working on a for fun tier list that I will be releasing at some point. Just a crazy thought I've had of mine. It could be maybe 2 weeks away, but that is in the works. The last healer currently that is awaiting its mid review before I at least either start working on the support specs or getting the healers to level 60 will be the primalist. And so already it's at level 15 already, and what I've seen is it actually does have some better healing capabilities than the Blood Mage, but it is still more supportive specs, so I might have to actually play it as a DPS until I get further along, and that's really annoying, but it is what it is. My idea kind of going forward after having released this is, as I mentioned, either do some support reviews or getting the healers up to level 60, and I kind of considered, and I want your guys' opinion of this in the comments below, actually, if I should be streaming when I do get my healers up, queuing in Dungeon Finder 2 level 60, and have you viewers actually be able to just join me on that road. It could be fun to mingle in that way. But yeah, do let me know in the comments if you like that idea and if you would be up for joining that. Right now, as you're watching this, possibly if you're watching at release, I'm in my third D&D session. Most likely I will try to possibly make it into a series as well, but it's just it's when it's tabletop simulator that we're using right now, it is just a very weird I don't know, format to put into a video, so I'm still brainstorming a bit ideas on how to actually make that a good viewing experience. So it's still in the works. It might come maybe soon, maybe later, we don't know yet. And the last thing I want to mention is I have just been looking at this, is they recently released a server with Everquest Legends actually. So it's one of the few games that I never really got to experience much, just like Terra. And I have considered maybe just testing that out for a week or two and maybe posting a few videos just on my experiences there. So I also would like you guys to kind of let me know if you would be interested in watching that, or if it's just something I should do on the side for myself. But yeah, that's really where we are right now. For the next Hammer Times, so far the format has just been us really going through the latest news, what we've been doing and what's coming forward. But I have also brainstormed a bit about inviting the other Iron Hammers onto the show and letting them kind of, where we can talk about their experiences with things like Season of Discovery, private servers, Turtle WoW, the new OctoWoW servers that are coming up where we're really popping off. So yeah, I have a lot of ideas, and I'd also like your guys' feedback. So And the last thing that I want to touch upon, because you're probably wondering, all the other Hammer Times has had some kind of giveaway, and there hasn't been anyone here, and it's really just because I've had a busy week, so I haven't really been able to really figure out any competition things or whatever. So, but I mean, just to keep it maybe a bit exciting, I'm giving away two more potions of experience to a lucky viewer. So if you want to join this raffle, it's not an aura, but if you already have an aura, you can combine this and you can watch the tips and tricks video on how to really make use of this. But I will be giving that away, so if you comment, like, and subscribe, you'll enter the raffle and you might be able to be the next week's winner. So thank you guys for watching. This is Nupiel out. Listen, it's